Good afternoon, good morning from Lambeau Field. I'm here at the Festival Foods MVP deck. I'm Amy and this is
Nick.
And we're talking food for your Packers party plans. And we're party planning because Sunday is Packers playoff day. So super exciting time around town, around the stadium. So we thought what a great opportunity for us to talk about some of our favorite things from Festival Foods throughout our store. And you'll see in front of us we brought some things so we can chat about. Nick did an amazing job with this display here. But you know what, all this stuff looks super fun, but it's super easy.
Very easy. So, full disclosure, I arranged the crackers. That's about my skill level. But this is really easy. We have cheeses in the deli and we have cheeses in the dairy department. So you can get whatever your favorite cheese is, and it's just a matter of cutting it in whatever shape you want, but just stacking it around in a little football shape. Underneath there's little cheese cubes, which you can buy cubes already pre-cubed or cube them yourself. And then just a layer of summer sausage if you want. Obviously you can do more summer sausage, whatever you want. And then the laces I think are mozzarella or string cheese, so whatever you prefer there. And then your favorite cracker around the outside, but it's a really cool, simple way of having a football theme without having to go too crazy over the top.
Right, and we know that so many people are into the snacking or the apping before you actually eat the full meal of food for the game, but I know that a lot of people count on us for those true tailgate staples as well. So as we go along, feel free to chime in with your favorite items, whether they're the Festy burgers, which are a favorite of mine, brats, or even one of our Wisconsin craft beers that we're really known for. I know when it comes to the beer department, I'm a big fan of those pick six options, so you don't really have to commit to a full six when you really don't know what you're getting into. So do you have like a menu or an item of choice in your tailgate plans?
Well, I'm not a big beer guy, so the pick six isn't quite mine. I tend to go more the Captain Morgan and some of the other awesome things that we have in the wine spirits department. But as far as food, there's only one official burger of Lambeau Field. So if you're going to get a burger at Lambeau, it's got to be the Festy burger from Festival Foods. And you know they've got the bacon cheddar one that has the bacon and the cheese already in it, and you grill that up. I mean, it's kind of amazing.
Talk about easy. You don't even have to put the cheese on top, it's already in there.
Right, and you're kind of getting my sense of my cooking skills here. The Southwest is cool too. It's got some spice, but not too much of a over-the-top spice, more for flavor. That one's really good as well.
Right, I'm a big fan of the blue cheese option, you know, the gourmet level of the Festy burger.
Of course, speaking of gourmet.
But when you put that with a little red onion, so you got a little bit of a bite there. But then swing by our bakery. I love our fresh baked buns. And I know now they're doing sprouted grain options as well. So, and it's a matter too, we talked about the pick six, so you're not having to commit. You can do the same thing in our bakery in that you can say, I only have 4 people or I have 18 people and I don't want to buy a 20 pack. So we gotta kind of...
It will customize whatever size you need, whatever you want. So if we sell a 6-pack of buns and you only need 3, we can repackage that for you. Right. Or if you want for faster, you can call ahead and say I want 3 of these and 3 of those or whatever it is, and we can have those all ready and waiting for you.
Right, and it sounds like we have some new joiners to our Facebook audience, so we want to welcome them, number one, and tell them that we are at Lambeau Field. So if you don't believe us, maybe we can just take a quick skim around and show you that we are actually at storied Lambeau Field just before the playoff game gets going, or the pre-playoff plans this weekend. So what we wanted to do today was tell you what we've got at Festival Foods to make your tailgate party plans better when it comes to celebrating a very special and perhaps unpredicted day.
Hopefully historic, in a good way, yes.
Right. So we got a little bit of a later start to the game, so people will have plenty of opportunity to eat and drink and grill and hang out. So, you know, everything from the snacks to veggies and fruit that come fresh cut from our fresh cut department. And I know that this is a big staple of our home gating options for us. And how easy is it to say, I'll bring the veggie tray from Festival Foods? Like, big commitment there, guys.
Right. My level of cooking. Right. Yeah, or even if I want to be gourmet, go for a fruit tray. You know?
And it's like this is kind of a medium size that we have here to show you guys, but it's everything from those bigger trays to the smaller fruit trays, a whole variety of things. We also have ham wraps to show you from our deli. And when you talk about tailgating, I automatically think of two of our departments in particular, deli and meat. Our deli department makes it so easy, whether it's grabbing a container of that size of the ham wraps, which we were talking about previously, is the ham and the cream cheese and the pickle, which is like this perfect combination of salty and creamy and acidy. But we also have the beef sticks too. So it's you know, any level or any kind of taste, we've kind of got you covered in the deli.
Well, in the deli, so there's the ham roll-up piece, which is, I mean, they're awesome. But then, I mean, there's the meatballs, there's the cocktail weenies, the taco dip trays are just amazing. There's so many different options for game day. And again, much like with the bakery where you can call ahead, in the deli you can call ahead too. So you can not plan at all and walk in and buy whatever you want, or call ahead and they'll have it ready and waiting for you for whatever size you want, the number of people you want. That's usually my skill of cooking is, you know, call ahead. A pro tip is if you want, buy it from Festo and put it in your own container and make it look like you made it. I, of course, have never done that, probably,
never.
But yeah, the deli really has, and then the deli has wings too, both boneless and bone-in, so whichever you prefer that way. There's just so many different options. And then they also have a bunch of sweet, snacky kind of things like puppy chow, which who doesn't know about and love puppy chow, because puppy chow is amazing. There's different kinds of sweet and salty, savory type mixes that come in small, medium, or large containers in the deli. So if you want to have some snack mixes and you don't want to take all the time to cook it or make it.
And it's any variety of size. If you're hosting just, you know, a small, everybody in your house just gets together on the TV, we got you covered. If you have everybody in your neighborhood coming, we've got you covered there too. And also you mentioned wings in the deli. We heard a lot from our Facebook fans. Game day wings are a huge favorite for so many members of our audience. And I don't know why, I guess I was a little surprised by that, but I mean, it just shows the variety of things that we're just not a burger and brat stop, I guess.
Yeah, the meat department, if you go check out the game day wings there, it's just amazing. There's a hot, which is like a buffalo type of wing, and then there's a barbecue, and they're just awesome. And we were texting a bit last night, just saying, wow, what's your favorite how? So something that I didn't realize and, you know, took the rookie approach, I used more of like a cookie sheet type thing. The secret is a broiler pan. So it's got the little creases, the divots in it, so that some of the grease and the juice and stuff can fall down. So the wings come out a little bit more crispy, and oh, they're just amazing.
Yeah. Well, and talk about when, you know, you get the whole family together, and of course you want to chat and watch the game and not be like in the kitchen making things. Pre-making something like a festy burger and then putting them in the crock pot to stay warm is something that I've found super helpful and helps get people out of the kitchen and into the living room and kind of hanging out with everybody. So I know that that's something that I look forward to. And you had mentioned taco dip as well. That's a big fan, and usually no matter what the size container, that ends up gone by the time the game's over. So
or by the time the first quarter's over.
Don't know how that happens, but the bakery, we have so many options there as well. Now I wanted to point out these kind of fun little takes that we have on our table here. These aren't made by our bakery, but this gives you an idea of some of the really fun things that our bakery does do. They do full-on green and gold buns, they do green and gold cupcakes, you name it. If it's got sugar and frosting and can be green and gold, they will do it.
Absolutely.
So I know we have so many fans of those types of things, but I know it can be a long day waiting for that game to start at 3-something in the afternoon. So this is some really fun things to do with perhaps more traditional grocery items. If you take potato chips and throw them in some chocolate and you got a little frosting, just something really fun for your guests to kind of check out before the game gets going. But it's typically not something that I think of. So we've got a few options for you there.
My sister does that kind of, no, that's not my skill level. My sister loves to do all those kind of things. Yeah, these are Nutter Butters that are dunked in white chocolate and then piped in a little bit of the black stripes there just to give it a little bit of a referee look. And of course you could dunk them in green or gold. My wife's grandmother does an Oreo dipped in like a white chocolate or a dark chocolate kind of thing. And with the white chocolate, you can add some food coloring and make it either a green or gold. She's done red and white before for the Badgers, so who doesn't love an Oreo with extra chocolate? I mean, come on.
Probably more beginning of the game than the end of the game for the kids. Just,
right.
You know, kind of keep things under control.
Correct.
But we want to know from you guys if there are particular things that have become tradition, if there are good luck superstition-y things that you do as well. Like, you know what, since we started serving Festy burgers, the Packers have won. So whatever works. I'm a big fan of continuing things that have proven to be helpful. So there's all that. When it comes to particular kinds of beer or particular menu items. And we should say too, we were talking about game day wings. If you want to go super simple, I think our rotisserie chicken is fantastic in a deli. Absolutely. And then you grab that and you grab like one of our salads and you're done.
Yeah. Well, and two, we have, like in the deli, you mentioned the taco dip tray, and those are amazing. But the deli also has chips that we make. So that we have our own tortilla chips and our own potato chips that are made fresh. So with that taco tray in the deli, you can grab the tortilla chips right from the deli, and this is an awesome combination, and those are delicious. The homemade potato chips are also really good too, nice, crisp, fresh. So again, if you want to put that in your own container and make it look like you did a little extra work, go for it.
We can help you cheat in a variety of ways, so just let us know what you need help with.
Anytime it comes to trying to make something look nice with not a lot of work, I'm kind of your guy.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's the area of expertise that Festival exceeds at. So.
And we know, regardless of it, the forecast looks pretty chilly on Sunday, but we know that that's not going to detour any tailgaters when it comes to firing up the grill. So we'll be ready for them.
Well, and if the forecast is chilly, a lot of our tailgaters and homegaters are going to have chili on their menu too. So
that's kind of a tip that I realized in doing some shopping with our Monday morning quarterback crew the other week was that they went ahead and did their shopping on Friday. They were going to make the chili on Saturday and have the pot, so all they had to do was heat it up at the tailgate. So, you know, if you're having a tough time with the grill, if things aren't just quite going as planned, and look at it this way, you don't need to bring a cooler, you can just kind of leave the beer out, so you got that, 0 degrees is helpful in some regard.
Right.
But we know that people can go through our wine and spirits department for additions to their hot chocolate or their coffee or other options along those lines as well.
Well, I know hard sodas have been really popular too. There's a whole variety of hard sodas, and there's the pre-made cocktail things too that, when I tried them a number of years ago, they weren't so good, but they've really come a long way. And we have some now that are actually quite good. So being from Wisconsin, a brandy old fashioned, I mean, how do you not? There's a pre-made brandy old fashioned drink. You just take the top off, and it's actually really good.
Well, from our friends at Artie's, who are also Wisconsin-based.
Absolutely.
So we could go all the way through the store and keep you in products that have come from Wisconsin, because we really believe in highlighting local products from our vendor partners. I think we've been really forceful about efforts in that regard.
Well, we're a Wisconsin company. Our company was started here. Our company is based here. We only have stores here. We're owned here. We're owners, and the family that started it, the owners there, they all live in Wisconsin. We're a local company, so why wouldn't we support all the local companies like Artie's or Johnsonville or any of the other companies that do all of these great things?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And Mary is loving that the cheese tray looks like a football.
Yes, well, it's the little things, Nick.
Catchy.
And this is just something that was pre-made by our deli that we just kind of put into a football shape. So if you're more of a Packer G, you could get creative with said cheese and charcuterie and do that up, right?
Charcuterie, that's fancy.
But it really comes down to finding the items in our store, regardless of the department, and tailoring them to your needs. Whether you only need 2 Festy burgers, you can walk right up to our meat counter and just get the number you need. Same thing for our bakery, get the number of buns that you need. We're really, we really exist to make things super easy for you, our guests. So anytime that you have questions about if something can be made special, that's what our stores and our associates are there to provide. And not just that, but to give you tips on how to cook things. If you are trying something like a spoon roast for the first time, how do you make that? Our associates are there to kind of walk you through it. And I know we get those questions quite a bit.
Right. And as a chef, it's not a problem for me, so I don't have any problem picking up the phone and calling someone that knows what to do.
Right, and that goes for our produce department as well. So if it's a matter of, hey, I heard about this particular thing, like I've never used an avocado before, and they can walk you through everything from how to cut it to how to use it, and just give you some really good ideas there too. But speaking of ideas, we've got tons of recipe ideas on a couple places online. You can go to our blog, which is blog.bestfoods.com. I mentioned that one because there are some kind of non-traditional tailgate items that are there. We have an 8-ingredient chili that's hugely popular and based on the name, super easy to make, so that's awesome as well. We also have our tailgating website, so it's fastfoods.com/tailgating, where you can find anything and everything you need about fun tips to tailgate, different types of recipes, different options in our meat department.
And home gating too.
Yes.
So with this being a home game, there will be people tailgating right here at Lambeau Field, which is where we are. But there will also be quite a few people watching it from the comfort of their own home or a friend's home. So we have all kinds of tips and tricks for things to bring or to do, or decorations, all that kind of stuff for throwing your perfect Packer party. And these kind of things are all fun, but there's a whole lot of other things on there as well.
And we're really looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Go ahead and take pictures of your spread and tag us in them, because I'm sure there are like a bazillion combinations that we haven't even heard of yet. So we're excited to see everything from the taco dip to, I know I'm a big fan of our Crazy Fresh guacamole, also in our deli department. So that goes really fast as well. And we also heard from our Facebook fans that they're big fans of that.
Well, we had a learning from the comments. So posting about the Facebook Live yesterday, there were some comments. I learned what I would refer to as a Chex Mix is also called nuts and bolts.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So
there were comments about
educated.
it. Yeah, so thank you. You're teaching us and learning us and educating us. We like to be learned.
And just a quick shout out to Jeff and Linda. They say hi and they're loving these great ideas.
Oh, good.
Hi,
Well,
Jeff and
and
Linda.
Linda, you'll have to take pictures and let us know what you end up with for Packers game day. And we're really excited for the weekend ahead. And our stores are really prepared across the state for whatever your needs are, whatever your questions are. We know this can be a time where you're placing some really big orders or having to perhaps go through areas of the store that you might not be familiar with. So we're here to help. We're here to offer solutions when and where we can.
And Jeff and Linda, you said hi. Personal challenge to both of you. What's your favorite tailgating food? Let us know. I mean, you can say hi, just let us know. We're interested to see what's going on. This is a handcrafted thing that we, of course, did. But we're live here at Lambeau Field in the Festival Foods MVP deck. Like, right there is Lambeau Field. That's Lambeau Field right there. We're here. I mean, this is where the game will happen.
And it's pretty chilly out there, so we give total props to all the hardworking individuals that are out there getting the field ready. And just kind of walking around the stadium, you can definitely feel kind of this, sense of a little anxiety, a little energy, a little excitement for the big day. So I definitely get the sense that there's a little bit of gratitude, there's a little bit of excitement, and we've got a number of pep rallies coming up this weekend as well. So perhaps it's not just one tailgate opportunity, perhaps it's several.
Absolutely. If you can have one tailgate, why not have multiples?
Right. So if you're going to tailgate, there are, for pep rallies, there's one in downtown Green Bay this afternoon. We've got another one tomorrow evening right here at Lambeau Field, which is where we are. Like Nick said, we're at the Festival Foods MVP deck, and just got this great view of the field below us.
So I don't know if you could tell from the quick shot out at Lambeau, they have the tarp on the field to be able to keep it warm. They've got huge air blowers in there keeping warm air on it because it is live grass and they keep it alive, even though it's zero. But crazy to me, there are two men hanging down from the very top of Lambeau Field cleaning the glass. So I'm not sure how you clean glass with liquid in 0-degree weather, but they're rappelling, in essence, off the side of Lambeau Field, a couple of stories down, cleaning off the glass.
So while we're talking to you about tailgating, we're also very much admiring the hard work that's going into getting the stadium ready.
So much like Festival Foods, the Packers are all about the little things too, keeping the glass clean, keeping the field warm. Ben, the intern here from the Packers that's with us, I mean, he's given us some insider tips and tricks as to all the game day stuff that they do. He's sharing some awesome secrets, so I ask later.
And Jeff, quick shout out to him. He said his favorite tailgating food is the game day wings from the Fort Atkinson store.
Ooh,
yes.
Nice.
Loads of love for the Fort Atkinson store. Yeah.
That's an awesome store.
Yeah.
Relatively new store to Festival Foods. Huge remodel there. Great store.
Well, and we love hearing a shout out from the southeastern part of the state. I think, considering we're at Lambeau Field, which is in Green Bay, and we have a pretty strong footprint in Green Bay. We have roots from the far west side of the state over in La Crosse. And we're pretty new to the market in southeastern Wisconsin, so it's great to hear from you Jeff, who shops our Fort Atkinson store, we know that it's a little bit of a smaller store, a little bit different of a shop.
But not too far from Madison. So you can check out our Madison store, which is totally different than any of our other stores. And Madison, again, is a newer store, just less than a year old, home of the Wisconsin Badgers. I mean, come on. They had a nice win this past weekend, and how do you not give them a little bit of props? Amy laughs because I'm a Badger grad, so any chance I have to talk about the Badgers, you got to do it. But.
So we have our Madison store, we have our Janesville store, which is pretty new, and we have 2 stores now in Kenosha County. So we're just thrilled to interact with some of our newer guests that are just getting to know us. And we even heard from a fan from Illinois who makes a trip across the border to shop our stores. So we just can't tell you enough how appreciative we are for you taking the time and not only spending your time with us, but spending your money with us. And we always want to make those experiences enjoyable, and if something goes wrong, we want to make them right.
And being from the La Crosse area, we have a number of stores there. That's where our company started in Onalaska. Worked at those stores for quite a few years, so I know there's all kinds of people in that La Crosse, Onalaska, Holman area that have known and shopped with the Scogin family and Festival Foods for decades, since quite literally the 40s. And we have fans in Eau Claire. So I know, being from there, you start to get close to the state with that purple team. But we know that at heart, you're really green and gold, and you're more than welcome to join our bandwagon.
But even if you're not, we know that you'll likely be watching some football games this weekend.
Right.
And we are here to help when it comes to eating in front of said football games.
And quick shout out to Fitnessology. They would like to know what you guys would recommend as healthy tailgating or party snacks from festival.
Hi, Fitnessology.
Nick mentioned the game day wings and making them so that you're on a pan so the grease drips down.
Yeah, the broiler pan has the slots in it so the grease and the juices will come down so they'll be a little bit crisper. You mentioned the rotisserie chicken as an idea. We have amazing rotisserie chickens in our deli.
And I've seen low sodium options for those as well. How did we go in this long without talking about Dad's chicken breast? Dad's chicken breast, fantastic.
Yes.
And it's not just like plain chicken breast. We have so many varieties and so many options that you can pair with one of our salads from the deli. I know we have a great kale salad from the deli that's it's really delicious and perhaps not as heavy as some of our other options. So there are a wide variety of things that you can pick from. And let's also just give a shout out to, very quickly, our blog.bestfoods.com has a ton of healthy and delicious recipes, tailgating and otherwise, that you will be sure to enjoy.
Well, of course, there's the produce department. We have an awesome veggie tray here. In the last couple of years, we've really slashed the prices on our veggie trays and our fruit trays, packed them with more product, and they're awesome. So it's a very easy and affordable way of getting some healthier food. Around the outside are the healthier veggies, and then there's some dip if you want to. Probably healthy, I would guess. There's not a dietitian here, but I'm pretty sure we would know what they would say. So those are options. And then, something that we've gotten into a little bit is if you've ever tried jicama. Jicama is a little bit less known option in our produce department, and you can cut those up and do jicama fries. So it's not any oil or anything, but you cut them up into kind of sticks, almost like a carrot stick, and then you can put those in the oven and bake them, put a little seasoning on them. Those are awesome.
Same for sweet potato. Potato fries. Can't say enough about those.
Right.
And another one too, if you don't like the pre-arranged platter, if you're pretty independent and know exactly what you want out of your platter, our cheese islands in our deli are just astounding. And there's often not a time that goes by where I'm like, I haven't even seen this before. So a whole variety of cheeses, whether you like the harder things that you can cut, just like our cheese tray here. You've got spreadable options, everything from like that high-end brie to other, Irish cheddars, and even the pre-made. One of my favorite areas in the store is that deli kind of case where they have like the hard-boiled eggs. And okay, how did we get this far without talking about deviled eggs? I could take down a 6-pack of those like nobody's business.
It's a nice warm-up.
It's just delicious.
Yeah.
And not horribly bad for you either.
No, they're actually pretty good, and they have a couple of varieties at times. If you pre-order, there's some that they can do with some peppers on them or some blue cheese possibly.
Right.
Yeah, which are amazing.
And I have a habit of going into a part or like a watch party or a tailgate where I'm like, I haven't eaten all day and I'm like really, really hungry, and something like that has a little bit of protein that can help get you through like the first quarter before the real food starts can kind of help as well.
So it may not be, to answer the question for yourselves, it may not be a healthy option per se, but it's healthier than say a lot. It's not bad, yeah.
Right.
which we like healthier.
Yes.
You know, so if you like brats are awesome. We have delicious brats, all kinds of flavors of our Oktoberfest brats, but we have some chicken brats, we have a turkey brat, so maybe not quite healthy, but definitely healthier. So those are all good questions.
And quick shout out to Doug. He said everything is looking great, you guys.
Good.
Thanks, Doug.
We'll take that.
We put all kinds of work in just setting things down after all the people did the real work. So glad that you like the way it looks.
And like we said, we want to hear from you guys, whether it's pictures of what your countertop looks like at home with your home gating spread, or if you make it out to Lambeau Field and, you know, in between shivers can actually get a picture of your gorgeous looking tailgate. We want to see those, so tag us. We're at Fast Foods, as you hopefully know, on Facebook. We're on Instagram as well, and that's where you can see some of our really delicious and really great looking recipes as well. And we're on Twitter, the Twitter too.
Yeah.
So all these places where you can
Take us
tell us
everywhere.
about all the great things that you're eating.
Well, it's something you mentioned before, the superstition piece. I find that personally intriguing. All of the things that you do to help to make sure that our team wins.
Yes.
I mean, we all love the Packers or whatever your other team is, but you know, we love the Packers. What are the things that you do to help make sure that they win? You know, your question before, are there certain foods that you make? Is there a certain order that you do things? Is there a certain seat that you sit in?
Or if you get like this pick six from the wine and spirits, like do you put the beers in a certain order? I mean, I'm down to that kind of level.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, you have to buy beer from Green Bay, so you got to get a Hinterland
Right.
or a Titletown beer or something,
Right.
or yeah, what is that?
Yeah. So we want to know, because if it helps you, it might help in other ways as well.
Or, I mean, there's things like, you know, the bagels that, you know, New York's known for their bagels, so you do that, like put your cheese on top of the bagels as kind of, use it like a plate, you know, because cheese is more dominant than bagels, of course.
Of course.
You know, so, or other types of, what are your traditions?
That's not stretching like Nick is right now.
Not at all. Who doesn't use bagels as a nice foundation for your cheese platter?
But
this is made of bagels. I don't know if you can tell that.
As you go along and you have questions, feel free to reach out to us for recipe ideas, suggestions, tips, tricks. We have expert associates throughout our store and on hand to help you in any way possible. So,
And at festfoods.com/tailgating.
yes.
If you go there, we have all kinds of things that you can read for yourself, recipes and tips that way. So come in store, ask us. Go to our tailgating site, ask us. We're here to help.
Don't go to the MVP deck because we're going to be taking off from here, but
Right, we won't be here too long. Yeah, so the Fast Foods MVP deck, as you can see, it's our space right here at sunny Lambeau Field. It is sunny today.
it is sunny.
Zero,
Sunny and
but
zero,
sunny.
but sunny. So we'll give you guys one last look around Lambeau and then we'll sign off, and so you guys can get going for your weekend of party planning.
Well, and I think we might be a bit remiss if the question is healthy foods and there's things sitting right in front of us. Delicious, refreshing festival foods water. I mean, how do you go
That you
wrong?
can get on your way out without
Right.
even batting an eye.
Right, or what? Probably the wettest
If you have
water
a
you've ever
strong
had.
child,
Right.
they can lift it into the car as
See,
well.
curls. Yeah.
So as you go along this weekend, tell us what you end up with. Tell us what you have questions about so we can answer. And we should probably go out with a Go Pack Go, right?
Absolutely. Go Pack Go.
Thanks, guys.